Thanks, guys. I just need these. Ooh, hello. Sorry for being late a little bit today. Right. So I'm going to talk to you guys. So I'm a marketer. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about, use my 7 minutes, about the power of bringing community insights into your business and organisation and how that can really strengthen your business, because that's kind of my thing. So set the record straight. I am a complete passionate marketer. Like, I used to run after the post office guy and reconstruct ads so they looked better when I was growing up. And then when I got a little bit older, I was lucky enough to go to AUT. I did a Bachelor of Business and Marketing and ended up working at some really big ad agencies with Eddie, actually, which was kind of cool. Making big ad campaigns and like TV commercials and radio, and it was like super exciting and cool. And the interesting thing was, this is the kind of stuff that we were kind of measured on, which I thought was really interesting. You know, marketing is important. You need to get sales. You need your business to make money. You need to get new customers in. So we measured that by lead generation. And in the 80s, kind of, Kevin Roberts put some stuff around the importance of, if someone likes your brand, they'll pay more for it. So therefore, measuring that's quite important. And this is what we were doing, 2015, 10 years ago. Botox, it's amazing. So what's happened, though, over that last 10 years is the world has changed. And everything that I was taught 20 years ago at uni has kind of had to move on quite a bit. We sort of know all of this sort of stuff, like disruption, globalisation. Back in my day, it makes me sound like I'm actually ancient. I'm not ancient. I've just been to a lot of 40th and 50th birthday parties recently. But anyway, what we used to, if we had to put a new product out or something, all we used to do was get a TVC, put it on the 6 o'clock news, everyone would watch it because there were 3 channels, and that's like New Zealand would know about it and was like, yay, good, job done, let's go to lunch, because, advertising. But what has actually happened over the years is things have really changed. The 6 o'clock news are up against Netflix, Neon, Lightbox, the internet. So, we've got 300 odd pieces of content coming in every day, I think more, probably, and it's a lot harder to be a marketer. And about 7 years ago, I accidentally discovered across social media when I was helping my husband out with his business, and I kind of accidentally started a business, and now I've accidentally got 2. That's another whole MUV talk, I promise. But I've sort of really fell in love with the power of communities, because suddenly I'd discovered the holy grail of marketing, which was being able to connect with all the people and create real value to the business. So what I like to say now, that as a marketer or as a business owner, that your job is actually to create community-led businesses, because it's the disruptors that come through. They start with the community and then they build the product. They kind of don't go, oh, let's build some card tower over there and then find out who likes it. It's like, hey guys, what do you guys want to do on a Friday night? Well, do you want to build some cards? Yeah, I think we should do that. So when I talk about community, it's probably been covered, but it's not just from a business point of view, your customers and your prospects that we used to do in marketing. It's actually your staff, it's those advocates, those people, and I've got a few, they're my cheerleaders, and they're always giving me all these clients, but they'd never use any of my services. I love them, they're amazing. And I can talk to them every day in a community on social media, which is my baby. Right, and I wanted to touch on this a little bit because the job community manager has only been around for about 3 years, and I know because I've had my first company for 7, and there weren't those job titles around back then. And it's really interesting because some people still do customer service and get that mixed up with being a community manager. And in a big corporation, customer service we've had forever. You listen to something that comes in, you prioritise it, you respond, la-di-la-di-la. There's lots of CRM packages out there that do this. But the secret about being a really great community manager, and this is whether you're managing your own community or you're working for someone else managing a community, is that after you respond, you work out a way to get those business insights back to the company. Now, at a real simple level, and what made me go nuts and start a business 7 years ago, was with my husband's business, and he had a sports Pilates studio and physio practice. And what he did was, we were like, why is no one turning up on Wednesday nights to our Pilates classes anymore? And this is a couple of $100 a week. For a small business, it's quite a lot of money. And then we just went out to our Facebook group and we're like, guys, why is no one turning up? They're like, well, didn't you know the latest MasterChef started at 7 o'clock on Wednesday? And we're like, oh, should we maybe change the time? And they're like, yeah, we should. Boom, done. Suddenly, in real time, we had the community telling us what they wanted, and we managed to, make money. Awesome, great, yay. Now, at a higher level, or a bigger level, this is a picture of a coffee cup with a Jed's coffee beanbag going into it. This is one of my socialites clients, and I love the story because it's just kind of cool, and it's coffee. And Jed's, basically, they created this amazing thing where a little bit of coffee, like filtered coffee, into a tea bag, and then you put it in your cup, and it's like amazing coffee. And we were lucky enough to be asked to launch this in Australia and New Zealand. They did all the usual stuff, but my community team came up with 2 really interesting insights. One being that people were really worried about trying it, because they were like, this is weird. But once they tried it, they were like the biggest raving crazy fans. We're like, okay, that's great, a good insight there. The second was that people were putting like 2 of these bags into cups and posting photos on our Facebook wall. We're like, okay, so people obviously maybe want a stronger coffee, just putting that out there. So we put this back to the client, Jed's, and they used this to shape their marketing strategy. So they just basically put pretty much 90% of all their marketing budget into sampling, like getting thousands of these coffee things out there, because they knew if people tried it, then they'd love it, based on this insight. Worked really well. And they also developed another product, which if you're in FMCG, getting another one on the shelf, that's a big one. It's really good. So a little bit of community-based insights there. Another one, Mitre 10, also because I did get dared to do this once, and I keep using the slide because it's great. Condensation, very important thing that we should worry about in New Zealand, especially tonight. Jesus, it's hot. But anyway, we noticed about this time last year, actually, on Mitre 10, crazy, crazy community. If you ever go to their Facebook page, it's absolutely nuts. Every single week we ask people what they've been doing over the weekend, and we get 200 or 300 comments and photos of what New Zealand's been up to. And I wanted to do the cat thing, but I didn't. Anyway, found out everyone was really into condensation, found some down the back of the store, found this crazy product that didn't really ever get sold, pulled it out again, and put this post up, which went absolutely nuts. So a little example there of bringing those insights through. So just to finish up there, I just wanted to kind of leave you guys with the thought of getting the community insights back into your business all the time, working out some sort of systems, process, structure to do that, because that's what makes businesses stronger, and that's going to lead everyone into the future. Thanks.
Thanks, Wendy.